Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delphine and today we are going to see some original and a bit different ways to wear your Hermès scarves. So I already made a video where I showed my 14 ways everyday life to wear scarves, which also included this style, something I very regularly do when I have a very simple top. And I have this Hermès set of tie knotting cards, and in that video I told you that some of the styles are on those cards, some others I've seen in different places, but these cards also have a lot of other different styles that I personally don't necessarily use in every day because some are a bit crazy and some are just maybe not so much my style, but they could be interesting for you. For example, there is ways to wear them on your body and these kind of things. And what I thought, because there's a lot of these cards, I cannot really show you all of them. So I thought to make it a bit fun and a bit interesting, I'm gonna mix them and then I'm gonna take some just randomly. So I'm gonna mix it and then I will take the first one on top and then the next one and so on until this video reach a point where it's maybe start to get too long. For each of the style, I'm gonna show you the instructions on the card, the pictures also, of course, and then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a try. If it sinks that on my body, then I will film myself wearing it, and I will show you to the best of what is doable, how to actually do the style, beyond just the instructions, but also like film myself doing it. And yes, and some of those styles require accessories or require some specific type of scarf that I might not own. In such case, I will still show you the instructions and everything in case you maybe have these things and you will be interested. So then it can still be useful for you. Okay, so I have mixed. Let's see, I'm gonna put them back in the little thing. Okay, first style is this one. Ta-dam. So it's basically wearing your scarves as a top. They also used one of those Hermès ribbon as a belt. I'm gonna have a look. I think I probably have maybe one laying around still somewhere. I typically get rid of them, but maybe I still have one. And it seems to be very easy to do. Two squares that you tie, and then you put your hand in between, and then you just tie this kind of little belt. So does not seem very complicated. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it and I will insert the footage and I will tell you how it turned out and what I think of it. Okay, I am back. I have filmed it and it was quite a lot of fun. So I'm gonna show you now how I did it and with the instructions. So as you can see, the concept is to lay two scarves and tie them on the top. Be careful to lay the one you will have on the bottom. I mean, to make sure that the outside, the nice side, is to the outside, right? So you have to tie them kind of reverse. I don't know, I think you see it on the video what I mean, and I think it kind of makes sense. So that then on your top, whether front or bottom or back, sorry, what will look like towards the outside is the nice side of the scarf. So it's actually fairly easy. I mean, it's just two little knots and then you take this little thing which I found and then that's how it ended up looking like. So I put it on myself and then I show you how I tied it around. So I made a quick knot. I was not 100% sure how to tie it. Something I found good and interesting. So at the beginning, the first time I tried it, I had made very tiny knots, as you could see in the video. And so here it was very, very big. It was really like, you know, there was just too much fabric here. And so what you can do is simply adjust the knots. And this I found pretty cool because in principle, it can adapt to a lot of different morphologies. If you have broad shoulder, narrower shoulder, if you want a more open look, a less open look. So I found it look good. It's not very complicated to tie the little thing around the belt. I think it will look nicer with maybe another belt. I think to use this little Hermès thing makes it look a tiny bit cheap. I mean, it's just my opinion, of course, but I would rather use another bit nicer belt, I think. And one little thing is on the video, you see that it goes nicely toward the inside, the top. this you have to work a bit, and you have to work a bit on the knot to try to get the effect as you want it. But I think, to be honest, ultimately it looks quite nice. I used two different scarves. I tried to take scarves which are a bit around the same kind of colors and so on, so that it does not look too weird. And I think it looks nice. Note to myself and to yourself, maybe don't take a scarf where there is something big written like this. Or, I mean, it's a statement, you can like it, but at the beginning I had put it reversed, and then I just had the title here written, and I don't know, it looked a bit strange. But, I mean, again, it's a matter of choice, but be mindful of that. I will give it a wearable note of 8 out of 10. Because it's covering pretty nicely. I don't feel like something is gonna open and I'm gonna end up half naked in the street. It's quite easy to do. I think it looks quite nice overall. I mean, it's a style, and I think it looks quite nice. So I will give it a 8 out of 10 for wearable, because yeah, I think it's not so bad. I don't know what you think, guys, but I think it's not so bad. Then on my little pile, the next card. So I had a look at them, of course, so that I could film them, but let's find out now together. It's this one, this style. Again, a top. Yeah, well, it's a hazard of, no, hazard I think means something else in English. It's a randomness of life. So it looks like this, and the instructions are like that. So I'm gonna show you how I did it. So I was a bit wondering, how am I gonna tie these two scarves here? And you can probably see in the video that I struggled a bit, because it gets quite thick, right? Because the scarves are folded. So it was not that easy to do, but as you see, I managed. I purposefully did not make a second take where I will magically get it from the first shot, because I thought it's also important to show you how easy are these styles to do for real. And it's the first time I'm doing them. What I'm showing you, it's really the first time I'm doing them. So there might be some room for improvement, but it gives a sense of how easy it is to do it. And yeah, so then as I'm showing you in the other video, I put that in the front, then you tie them in the back, then you tie them here. This was not so easy. I'm a petite, but I'm not particularly thin, I have to say. And I could just reach. If you have someone that could help you there to tie it, it might be easier. It was not so easy to do, but it worked. So it works. And then I was a bit puzzled, but I saw that, yeah, indeed you are actually supposed to let the bottom flow freely, as you can see on the video, probably because I'm a petite. I don't know what you think, but it looks weird. It just looks weird. I find also here, anyway, it makes a bit weird folds the way it goes, and I think it looks nice when, like, the model, you have really twice the same scarf, or you maybe have really, I'm not sure exactly how you could also do that. It will actually also look nice, or you go for maybe the same motif but two different colors. I could have done that actually. I'm thinking about it just now, but I'm still not sure. I mean, it will still look a bit weird, I think, unless you have twice the same scarf. But then it's a commitment to buy twice the same scarf for just making this top. Up to you, of course, to see if you think it's worth it. In my case, I will give it a wearability of, I think, maybe 3. Because, yeah, as I say, it looked weird here. It was not easy to tie. The things are definitely too long, and I'm not sure what you could do with them. You could try to tie them again, but it would look definitely very weird. You could tuck them in, but it will, I don't know. It will also look a bit strange. It's meant to be, you know, a bit open, a bit flowy. If you are tall, this might work. If you are not that tall, probably a pass. Then next one, okay, this is one I cannot really show you. I thought at the beginning, yeah, it's just a scarf, a headband, right, with a scarf, a bit like what I showed you in the other video with the easy styles. But actually I saw, when I looked at the instruction and they say what they use, that they kind of used, I think, a different style of scarves that has all these little folds, and I don't have this. To be honest, I've even never seen it. It's interesting that it exists. I will ask next time maybe to my seller associate what about this. And yeah, and I would not do, I don't know, yes, here it can focus in. I will not do this kind of very, very tiny folding with one of my own scarf, because I think it will not be so good for them. You know, they are silk, they will tend to keep the shape, and I will not do it with a normal scarf, because I think it will, before it gets back to its normal shape and loses all the little wrinkles from these tiny, tiny folds, will take quite some time. So yeah. But if you own this, or if you own, it doesn't have to be from Hermès, obviously. If you own a similar style from maybe another brand, then that's a nice way. Okay, next one is this. So it's like an ankle wrap, but I think you could do it on your hand too, and actually they show it done on the hand with this little lock. It looks a bit like a style I also showed you in my 14 easy everyday styles. I did it with a twilly. Here they used one of these 45 centimeter scarf, and they just fold it like this. And then they use this little locket, which is called mini Kelly ring. And yeah, here you have the instructions. So basically it will be the same principle than the one I showed you in my 14 everyday style video, where you will just wrap it around, but at the end, when you do the knot, you will add this little ring. I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. I think it really looks cool. I have nothing else to add. Again, it's a style I sometimes do with twillies, and I like the idea of giving it a little twist. Here they show it with a little Kelly ring, but I guess it's the same. You could do it with any ring from any brand, as long as you like the little hanging thing. There's no limit here, and I find it cool. And I saw so they use this Gavroche 45 centimeter scarf, and I don't own one of them, but it's something I've been considering buying, because also even just as a neck thing, I think they are looking pretty cool. And it's interesting that you can also do this kind of styles with them. So yeah, I'm gonna add that to my little list. Okay, next one is one I could actually do. It's meant to be a dress. I mean, obviously she's wearing still a pant under, and it looks like this. So you take the two scarves, you make a knot on top. Again, be careful with the side you put your scarf, so that it will look nice. Then over the shoulder, and then you wrap one in the back, and then you turn around and you wrap again in front. I think it will look nice. I mean, in this picture, they have twice the same scarf, so of course it looks nicer. I naively thought, oh well, I have this scarf which is the same motifs but in just two different colors. Maybe it could look cool. I don't know what you think. I don't think it's a big success. I think it would rather be, it would make more sense to take twice the same color, and also probably a bit the same style of motifs. You know, if you have one with big motifs and one with tiny motifs, it will look a bit strange again, I think. Ideally twice the same, but again, like before, I don't know, it's a commitment to make. I don't know if you're willing to do it. As you could see you can see in the video, it does not look good. I mean, on me it does not look good. Definitely need a pant under, because the top goes a bit up, so you will end up pretty exposed without a pant under it. And then in the back it also does a weird bump thing with, like, there's too much fabric. And again, on top of that, you need twice the same scarf for just doing this style. Extremely easy to do. I mean, really, I think almost the easiest with the first top, easiest thing to do. But wearability, I will even give it a 2. You know, even less than the top we saw before, even less than that top, because that top, at least it kind of worked. Like, you could wear it as a top. Whether it looks good or not is another question. But this just not only does not look good, but you cannot even, they call it asymmetrical dress. It's not, for me, it's not covering enough to be called a dress. It's something in between a top and a dress, and it's a bit weird. Of course, it looks good on the model, but in real life, maybe if you are a model yourself, you can make it work, but it's a pass for me. Next one is this little style. So that's actually quite simple. It's just a twilly and then these little kind of ring things that you will just put on it. And then you can either tie it around your neck or tie it around your wrist. And then you will have this effect. I've never seen this little square thing, but each Hermès shop, depending on what they have available, have different things, and the website also does not show everything. So if they show it, obviously it exists. So if you own them, that can be an interesting way to pimp up a bit your twillies. I think interestingly, you could also do it with other things, right? With any kind of big pearl also style if you own from different brands or different things. And yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. Here they do only one wrap around, but here you can see there's one around and then one again. But I don't know if they did not use two, because a twilly that long to go once around, once again, and then have so much, I don't know, it looks a bit strange. But here you see here's where the twilly went inside the thing, and there's another one under. But yeah, I think it's a cool alternative if you have the things. And then I think this is gonna be the last one, because I see the time going and I don't want to make too long of a video, so this will be the last one. But if you like this, tell me and I can do it again. I have many more cards so I could do another video with again some of the styles. This is the last one, and so it makes me realize that finally I don't think it's all of the way to wear it as a top. I think there are probably some others, but it is I guess most of them. Yeah, I'm looking through my cards. Okay, there is some other ways to wear it on the body, but it's been almost only ways to wear it on the body I've shown you. Also the cards show other styles. So if you're interested, let me know, and I can make again a little video where I will show you again some styles. So this is this top. I had very high expectations. It's very easy to do. You just do a triangle and then you just make a little fold. I think you make the fold that it will look nicer, you know, on the top part, that it has a bit of a nicer little effect. I find, at least on the model, that it looks nice. I found, to be honest, the scarf also very, very pretty. And then, yeah, so you take your folded thing, you turn around and you make a knot. On the video, I'm wearing my underwear because, well, I did not want to get banned from YouTube already. I mean, my channel is still quite young. It's a bit early and let's stay decent. So I kept my underwear, but obviously here she's not wearing any. So she does not also have the issue, which I kind of had, where I tried to make the knot so that it could cover the back of my underwear. But if you don't wear a bra, then you don't have this issue, of course. So I found it nice. I think it's extremely easy. One of the easy style. Of course, it will be easier if you have someone to help you to tie it in the back. But in principle, it's very easy to do. I was a bit afraid. I thought, "Ooh, am I gonna be able? Like, is it one moment where I'm gonna realize I cannot, you know, tie it in the back?" But actually I can, so I was very pleased about this, because again, I'm not particularly thin and I have quite some breasts, so I was a bit afraid, but it's no problem. So I think it will work for most of you, even if you're not as thin as the model. And in my case, as you can see, because I'm also petite, it was much longer the front. But so what I did is I simply, you know, on the top where you tucked, I just did a bigger fold, so that it will make then the top shorter, and I think it looked nicer. And to be honest, it's really a style where I was like, okay, this is a style I could see myself really wearing in the summer. It's very easy, maybe a bit shorter. I show you also you could even fold this back up and just have like a simple top. Extremely wearable. I have no more comment than that. I think I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Because it stays a silk top, which is a bit special, and especially they will keep you warm. So in the summer, whether you want to have this very warm top is it's up to you. And yeah, I think it looks nice. And again, it's easy, and you need only one scarf, which is also nice compared to a lot of the other styles where you need at least 2 scarves. So this is very, very, very nice, and I'm happy that we're ending on such a good note. And yeah, and so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like me to see to make some more of these kind of videos, because as I said, I have more of these cards. If you have any question about one of the styles, how something works, don't hesitate, ask in the comment section below. If you have tried some of them, tell me, because I think some like this one are really very easy to wear in the everyday life too. So just tell me in the comment down below, and I will leave you with another video here in case you have not seen it yet. And if you like this one and you want to see more of my videos, then of course you can subscribe to my channel by clicking here and join our little growing community. And yeah, I wish you a very nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.